The backstage area of Pilipinas Got Talent is its usual storm of chaos, lights flashing, crew members shouting cues, performers rehearsing nervously in corners. But today, something unusual shifts the atmosphere. A young man enters quietly, almost unnoticed at first, but his presence seems to pull attention toward him like a silent magnet. He wears a simple hoodie, the hood drawn low over his forehead, almost as if he's hiding from the world. In his hand, he carries an old guitar, so old that the wood has darkened from years of use, its edges worn smooth, its body etched with faint scratches that look like stories carved into time. The crew instantly notices how different he is from the other contestants. No flashy clothes, no excited expressions, no family cheering him on. He walks like someone carrying a weight no one else can see. When a staff member asks for his details, he offers only a small smile and says, "Just put Lorenzo." No last name. No background. No interviews. The staff exchange confused glances. As Lorenzo waits for his turn, he keeps to himself, sitting quietly with his guitar resting on his lap. He runs his fingers gently across the strings, not playing, just feeling. Observers notice his hands trembling slightly, but it's not fear, it feels like something deeper. A burden. A memory. When the stage assistant finally calls his name, Lorenzo stands slowly, takes a deep breath, and walks toward the blinding lights of the stage. The moment he steps out, the audience immediately senses something different about him. No confidence, no arrogance, just an intense, quiet presence. The judges look at him with curiosity, unaware that in a few minutes, the entire nation will be talking about this mysterious contestant who walked out of the shadows with nothing but an old guitar, and a legacy hidden inside him. Lorenzo steps onto the stage, his posture unsure but steady enough to show he's determined to face whatever comes next. He introduces himself with a soft voice, barely audible through the microphone. The judges lean closer, trying to catch every word. "What will you be performing?" a judge asks. He hesitates for a moment before answering. "A song my father used to sing." A simple sentence, but something about the way he says it sends a ripple of curiosity across the room. He lifts the guitar, positions his fingers, and for a moment, he closes his eyes as if gathering strength from an unseen source. Then the first chord echoes through the hall. And everything stops. The chatter in the audience dies instantly. The judges sit up straight, their expressions shifting from mild interest to stunned attention. The sound of Lorenzo's voice follows, the same deep, emotional, haunting tone that millions around the world associate with one man, Freddie Aguilar. Gasps erupt from all corners of the studio. It's not just a good voice. It's a voice that carries the soul of a legend. He sings Anak, but not like a cover, he sings it like someone who lived every word, every regret, every plea. His tone is raw, trembling with emotion. You can feel the pain and longing etched into every note. The camera pans across the judges, goosebumps visible on their arms, eyes shocked, lips parted in disbelief. One judge whispers something off mic, barely audible. This sounds exactly like Freddie. Who is he? The audience stares like they're witnessing a ghost, or perhaps a reincarnation. Lorenzo continues to sing, unaware of the storm he has just created. But this is only the beginning. The truth behind his voice is about to shatter the room completely. As Lorenzo sings, emotions swell inside him like a rising tide he can no longer hold back. His voice wavers, not from lack of skill, but from the weight of memories pressing against his chest. He reaches the midpoint of the song and suddenly stops. His hands drop from the guitar, and he stands frozen, breathing heavily. The judges exchange concerned glances. "Are you okay?" one of them asks gently. Lorenzo wipes his eyes with the back of his hand. His voice trembles as he says, I need to tell you something." A hush falls across the studio. Cameras zoom in. The audience leans forward. He holds up the guitar. "This belonged to my father, he says softly. He gave it to me the last time I saw him. The judges nod, waiting. Lorenzo continues, voice cracking. He told me. One day, people will hear you and know who you are. But I didn't understand until now. The room grows tense. Some audience members already suspect the truth, but they wait, breathless. Lorenzo takes one long, shaky breath. My full name is Lorenzo Aguilar. A ripple spreads through the hall. He swallows hard before delivering the words that break the silence completely. Freddie Aguilar was my father. Gasps explode everywhere. The judges freeze exactly as the title promises, eyes wide, hands covering mouths, shocked beyond expression. The audience reacts like a wave crashing, some crying, some cheering, some whispering in disbelief. Lorenzo lowers his gaze. I never got to grow up with him. The world knew him, but I didn't. This is the only connection I have left, this guitar and his voice inside me. Silence follows, not cold silence, but a deep emotional stillness where everyone feels the magnitude of the confession. For the first time, the judges don't know what to say. The truth has stunned them into complete stillness. After revealing his identity, Lorenzo lifts the guitar again, but this time, his posture is different. He no longer sings like a contestant. He sings like a son carrying decades of buried emotions. He begins the second half of the song. His voice trembles, but every tremble carries meaning. Every lyric feels sharpened by pain, shaped by childhood memories of searching for a father who was loved by millions yet was a stranger to him. The melody becomes heavier, the emotion deeper, as if he is finally releasing all the feelings he once kept locked inside. The audience feels it. The judges feel it. Everyone listens in a silence so profound it feels sacred. Tears begin streaming down the faces of people in the crowd. Even the cameramen lose composure, their hands shaking slightly as they continue recording. The judges wipe their eyes, moved not just by the song, but by the heartbreaking truth behind it. Lorenzo's voice rises during the final verse, filled with longing, sorrow, and a strange kind of peace. His tone carries a mix of pain and forgiveness, as if he is singing not only for himself, but for the father he barely knew, for the relationship that never had a chance to grow. A judge whispers, voice broken. It feels like Freddie Aguilar is here with us tonight. By the time Lorenzo reaches the final note, the entire studio is emotional. It doesn't feel like a performance, it feels like the ending of a story and the beginning of a new one. A moment of healing, for him and for everyone who has ever lost someone they wished they could understand. When the last note fades, the room remains still for several seconds, not because they don't want to react, but because they are too moved to speak. Then, suddenly, as if released from a spell, the entire studio rises to its feet, an instant, thunderous standing ovation. The applause is not just loud, it is explosive, filled with admiration, sympathy, and respect. Some audience members cheer, others cry, others simply clap with trembling hands. Lorenzo stands frozen, overwhelmed by the reaction. His knees shake, and he lowers his head, unable to process the overwhelming support pouring over him. The judges exchange a single look. A silent agreement. Then, the golden buzzer slams down. Golden confetti erupts from above like a rain of light. The crowd roars louder than before. Some judges stand and clap above their heads, others walk onto the stage to embrace him. Lorenzo drops to his knees, clutching the guitar, tears streaming down his face. One judge kneels beside him and whispers into the mic. Your father would be proud. You didn't just sing, you honored a legacy. The cameras capture everything, and within minutes, clips begin spreading online. In the next hour, hashtags explode across the internet. Hashtag Hidden Aguilar Son. Hashtag PGT Shock. Hashtag Freddie Aguilar Legacy Lives On. News outlets rush to publish articles. Social media platforms overflow with emotional reactions from fans around the world. People are stunned, not only by his identity but by his unbelievable performance. Lorenzo Aguilar becomes the center of a nationwide conversation. No longer a hidden son. No longer a voice in the shadows. For the first time in his life, he steps into the light, not as Freddie Aguilar's mystery child, but as a powerful artist with a story that touched millions. His journey has just begun.